Okay, this is my newest project. I want to be able to carry both my side-by-side razor and my camper and be able to pull my camper too. The new turbo is too big to fit on this flatbed. So I've done some research and come up with this idea. This particular one, there's several people that do them. This particular one is by Toy Up out in Idaho. He claims to be the first one to ever build these, started these. And just looking at it, I just got it a couple of days ago. I'm just getting a chance to really look at it. The quality seems really well on it. I'm eager to get it up on there. I tried to pick it up. It weighs about 300 pounds. This is the larger version. It'll actually carry a 4-seater side by side, the bigger ones. Down the road I may want to carry a bigger one or something, so there wasn't any difference in the price really, so I just went ahead and got the bigger one. But it's a little heavier. Of course, I got several ways to load it. If I'm by myself, I've got a crane over there. I don't know if you can see that over there. But I've got a crane over there. I've also got a skid steer with forks on it I can use. But I'm gonna try to piddle with it and see if I can get it loaded up and strapped down, and then kind of get an idea where I can go from there. I'd like to put the razor on there and do a little test run before I get ready to go on a trip with it. But so far I'm real pleased with the quality of it. Looks well built, good materials. Here are the ramps that came with it. The ramps are included. And then I also bought, he has a little option to buy the strap downs for all this stuff, to strap it down and then to strap the razor down or side by side or whatever you're carrying as well. And I went ahead and bought that option. It wasn't much more, I think it was $100 and something extra. So I figured I'd go ahead and get that and I'd have everything I needed. But I'm gonna try to get it on there, and then once I get it on there and strapped down, I'll give you another look, and then we'll try to load the razor on there and give you a look at that too, and then maybe we'll even do a test run down the road, and I'll kind of give you an idea how well it rides. He had a video, and he is pulling his, and he was going 80 miles an hour down the interstate, and it was riding just as smooth as could be from what I could see. And they say the actual center of gravity on these things really kind of evens out your load and makes it ride better. So we'll see. I'm gonna get it on there, and then but that's the only way I'm gonna be able to pull my camper and carry my side by side at the same time on this truck. Otherwise I'm out of luck, and I don't want to buy another camper. I really don't want to buy a fifth wheel with the toy hauler and all that. It's just too big a trailer in my opinion. I don't need all that. I got a nice trailer here. It's basically brand new, and so I don't need that. I don't want to spend that money, so I figured I'd go this route. But anyway, I'll try to get it on there, and we'll take a look at it and we'll go from there. Okay, as you can see, I got it up there. It wasn't real hard. It took about 5 minutes. I used my skid steer with the forklifts, and basically all I did was come around here on this end and push down on the end of it and tilted it up. Then I backed the truck up to it and let it down on the front edge on the back of the truck there, and then I took the forks and lifted on this rear end. Looks like I did scratch it a little bit doing that. Probably need to get something to wrap around my forks next time. But yeah, be careful. You don't want to do what I just did right there. I didn't think it would scratch that easy, but it did, I guess. But it was pretty simple to get up there. You know, you may get yours up if you have one, and you may not take it down, but I'll have to use my flatbed occasionally, so I'll have it up and down off there occasionally. But there it is. You can see it worked out pretty good. I just need to strap it down, see exactly how I'm gonna strap it down. Again, the kit came with it. You can see it does come up over the front wheels, will sit up there in that notch. And this one is big enough for a 4-seater. I went ahead and got the bigger one. So there it is. Once I get it tied down, and I'll try to get a video of loading the machine on it and unloading it, so you can kind of see how that works. But I've got it on there for now, and we'll keep working. We'll tie it down now and see how it looks tied down. All right, there it is. We got it strapped onto the, buckled onto the rear bed. You can see there's 4 turnbuckles. I had to get a couple of, about 2 feet each side of chain there on this side. They weren't long enough on the, to buckle it down without the chain. So that cost me about 15 bucks more. But it's on there. It doesn't give. It doesn't move an inch. Doesn't move at all. You can't budge it in any direction. And so back up where you can see it good here. But it looks pretty good on there. We'll see what the machine looks like when we get it on it. That's next. But I wanted to get the rack up there first, see what it looks like. There it is. Sits on there nicely. It's definitely not going anywhere. It's high up there, no doubt about it. I do have a nice hill over here that I could load it on for loading it, just to make it easier to load. But when you get wherever you're going, you may not have that option, so might as well just get used to loading it just like it is. So I've watched them load several of them. Doesn't look too difficult. The racks are actually, I think they're 9 or 10 feet long. Well, we'll get it when I get it loaded. I'm probably going, I don't know if I'm gonna have time to load it up today. I really don't want to. I'm a little nervous to load it the first time by myself, so I'm probably gonna wait till tomorrow to load it. You won't probably notice anything different on the video because it'll just go from one spot to the next, but it'll probably be on tomorrow. So, but anyway, there it is, and so far I'm real pleased with it. I'm gonna drive it like it is with just the rack for now, and we'll see how it goes. And tomorrow we'll come out here and load the machine on it and take it out for a spin, and I'll update you then. Okay, there's the rack up on the back of the truck, strapped down. I got my ramps on there, and my dog's supervising everything there. And we're going to load this thing here in a minute. She's going to video me driving it up there. This will be my first attempt, so we'll see how it goes. Keep your fingers crossed. Okay, there it is. It's up there. You can see what it looks like. It's up there. I mean, it's pretty stout just sitting there because the tires drop down. He's got it designed where the tires drop down into these holes. It probably would have been fine there, but I think the weight rides more to the front by pulling it all the way up. So I think that's the better way to do it. But there it is. And it was a little spooky the first time, but I forgot to put it in four-wheel drive, so it struggled a minute there, slipping a little bit. I just need to remember to put it in four. Once I got it in four-wheel drive, it creeped right on up there. All right, I'll let you know how it rides. Maybe we'll get a video with it riding down the highway. Okay, here's another look at it, loaded up, strapped down. The ramps are strapped down in there. You can see I strapped it to the back of the frame and the front of the frame. That's the way he suggests. Strapping it down and pulling the suspension in just enough so it doesn't bounce a lot up there. And so that's the way I've got it. I didn't tighten it too much, just enough to pull the suspension in an inch or two. And there it is, loaded up and ready to go. And it's high, so I need to figure out how high that is to the very top to make sure I don't run into anything. getting gas or turning around or anything like that. Don't want to be like my buddy and go through the bank with mine and hit the top and get stuck in there and have to call somebody to come get me out. There it is. We'll give a little report on the road when we're going down the road. All right, I'm going to show you one more look at it before we get on the road. We got the camper hooked up. We're going on a long 4-day trip up into Arkansas for Memorial Day weekend, and we haven't been able to test this rig yet, so with it up there, so we're taking an overnight camping trip tonight just for one night to test it out. So there it is, everything hooked up, and we'll give you an update going down the highway. All right, you can see we're cruising down the road at 70 miles an hour, and you can't even tell that thing sitting up there. I got the camper on back as well, so ride's good, handle's good. My concern was it might be a little top heavy, but you know, going around curves now, but you can't even tell it's up there literally. And you can see I'm going 70 miles an hour right there. So anyway, there it is. If you're interested in one of these, I think